All right, now I'm back. Hopefully this actually gets it because it's free people that actually needed to hear this. So now let's see. How you doing, Miss Nancy? I was trying to see something here. We had so many people earlier that was so full of energy. Then I had to leave. So then when I come back, nobody was here. Oh, I just wait around real fast. If nobody shows up, I'm gonna start my lesson off. I just don't want to start it and then have to stop it. I'm gonna give them just a few more. Give them about another minute or two to come around. If nobody comes around, then I just go on because then I can just close my book and keep going. There we go, Mr. Martin. How you doing? Okay, we got Jacob Child. How you doing? Shalom. I think that's the brother I was talking to a minute ago. Hey, tag all your crew too. Put it on the floor. Okay. Well, first I was trying to show them Esau real fast. Since people upset with Esau, can we hit Esau real fast? All right, now let's hit Esau real fast. Actually, Antiquities of the Jews. Right, we have it right there. Antiquities of the Jews, chapter 18, concerning the sons of Isaac, Esau, and Jacob, of their nativity and education. So we go over here, section 6, around 270. Let's read exactly what it says, period. Now, when the supper was got ready, he took a goat skin and put it about his arm. This is Jacob. That by reason of its hairy roughness, he might by his father be believed to be Esau. For they being twins in all things else alike, differed only in this thing. Once again, for they being twins, Esau and Jacob, in all things else were alike. Everything else was alike in Esau and Jacob, except one thing, which was Esau was hairy. They did not have a different color, and I've been saying this since day one. Nobody wants to believe it, so maybe they believe other stuff. So now, once they didn't have a different color, it's just Esau was hairy. So now, if Esau's the white man, Jacob's the white man. So we know Jacob is not the white man. Esau is not the white man. So that should kill the whole I hate Esau, we're going to kill all Caucasians. No. Esau was a black man. So your hatred for the white race is just racism. It has nothing to do with the Bible. The Bible is not going to back it. History is not going to back it. So now, let's see why Esau or Edom became Rome. Let's see why they became Rome. The book of Jasher, since the brother said, let me say I only got one hit. I don't have no other stuff to go into. All right, the book of Jasher, chapter 90. At that time, in the 5th year, after the children of Israel had passed over Jordan, after the children of Israel had rested from their war with the Canaanites, at that time, great and severe battles arose between Edom and the children of Chittim. Who was the children of Chittim in the Bible? There will be the children of Javan. Who was Javan's of father? Japheth. So Rome, this is Rome. Chittim is Rome. Rome came from Japheth's bloodline. Esau came from Shem's bloodline. So now let's see how Esau became Rome. There was a battle between Edom and the children of Chittim. Rome is fighting Esau. Can we skip down to verse 7? And the children of Chittim continued their pursuit of Edom, and they smote them with a great slaughter. And Edom became subject to the children of Chittim. And the children of Chittim ruled over Edom. And Edom became under the hand of the children of Chittim and became one kingdom from that day. Y'all know how y'all be showing all of those black figures inside of Rome? Y'all remember when we go to all of the black figures inside of Rome? Hey, this is Israel right here inside of Rome. Or it is Edom, who were black people, inside of Rome. So, during this battle, this is how Edom became Rome, because Edom lost to war with Rome. So when it said Esau is the end of the world, we know in Daniel the end of the age came through Rome. So when you say Esau, you automatically can say Rome, because they are the same kingdom during the end. I mean, this is so easy. I mean, I would get off of here too. I would leave too. Hey, all my views just left. I guess we just destroyed that whole racism thing. All right, I'm gonna keep going though. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. Hey, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm telling y'all, please come study with us, and you won't have to worry about this. You won't have to worry about having to backtrack and go into something else, and then you have to destroy your whole doctrine because you've been taught something wrong from the beginning. Come with us. Come study with us. You will be okay. Because once again, the Bible is not going to back your hatred for another nation. It's not going to back it. That's just your personal feelings. Not all white people like black people. Not all black people like white people. Not all Chinese like black people. Not all black people like Chinese. It's always going to be racism going around. But no, the Bible is not going to support any group at any time. Sorry. The Most High is not worried about that. The Most High was never worried about that. So, where else do we need to go? Where else? Come on, y'all. Where we at? I done already showed you that the law was was able to do away with. I done already showed you that Esau was actually a black guy. Edom was actually black people, and the reason why black people got under Rome was because Rome conquered them. So what more do I mean? Where else do I need to go? Right. Thank you, brother Matthew. Where else do I need to go? Let's keep it up. Come on, guys. What's all the hypeness that we had? Brother said, I don't know what I'm talking about. Uh, Pastor Pork Chop. This Christian don't know what he talking about. He don't know what he doing and all that. All right, well, let's do this. Hey, this is my personality once again. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm a very playful person. I love doing this. I love debating. I love the word of the Most High. I love truth coming out. I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't mean no harm. But let's bring it out. What's next? What's next? What else do we got to tackle? We didn't tackle the law. We didn't tackle Edom. Let's tackle the second coming. Because if the second coming and already came, blah, 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 this and that. So let's tackle Christ's second coming has already occurred. Dang, before I tackle that, though, let's tackle Deuteronomy 28:68. Let's tackle that. That has nothing to do with the transatlantic slave trade. So let's tackle that next. Deuteronomy 28:68. And Brother Matt, I'm going to borrow, because I love what you said that day. I'm going to borrow some of that information from you. I'm going to borrow it from you. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Well, you missed me showing that Esau is not the white man. Never was. You miss me showing that the law of Moses has been done away with. Now you missing. Now I'm showing that Deuteronomy 28:68 has nothing to do with the transatlantic slave trade. All right. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold into your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. All right. So I'm going to use what my brother Matt said. One of the most important parts of this verse is, by the way, wherefore I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. These are the most important words of this verse. By the way, whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. So at what point did the Most High tell the children of Israel that they was not going to see America again? See, this is talking about Egypt. He told them, you will see Egypt no more again. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. I bet, Brother Matthew, I can't wait. I can't wait. I hope you come to class tonight. I know you was feeling sick. Hope we see you tonight. I'm gonna come in a little later because they messed up my schedule. Well, my schedule rotates, so now I go to work earlier, so I got to go to bed earlier. So I come to the second part of class. But hey, I show my face and I listen in. But and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. So did the Most High ever tell Israel, hey y'all not gonna see America no more? Y'all done with looking at America? No. He literally told them when they was coming out of Egypt, y'all will not see the Egyptians again. And I can get the quote later, and I bet when Brother Matthew do his class on it, he's going to break it down all the way. So there's no need for me to really even go into it. Because Brother Matthew Israel, right here on my page, he'll break it down. And notice he got Israel over his name too. So he's another person that knows that he's an Israelite nationally and spiritually, and still have the same understanding. All praises to the Most High. But now, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. So, is this a different Egypt than, because first of all, we know that the Most High never told them that they was going to America again, because they never been to America in the first place. America wasn't even thought of. So now, is this Egypt the same Egypt found in, let's go up a few verses. The same Egypt found in verse, where we at? Let me find it. 60. Verse 60 says, moreover, he will bring upon thee all of the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Now, is this America? Did the Israelites see any diseases in America? Or did the Israelites see diseases in Egypt? Since they just got out of Egypt, since they just left Egypt and they're getting the covenant. So, if this is literal Egypt or Mizraim, if this is literal Egypt, then how can 8 verses down in the same breath, in the same thought process, be talking about a place 6,000 miles away, over what, 4,000 or 5,000 years into the future? Where they do that at? Where do the prophets prophesy like that at? This is literal Egypt, just like verse 60 was literal Egypt. So hopefully that doctrine is dead now. Let's keep going on. Oh yeah, now, the second coming of Christ. Since people say that has not occurred yet, let's kill that doctrine, that it has not occurred yet. And y'all know where I like starting. Daniel 7. Daniel 7. Y'all know where I like starting. Daniel 7. So now let's prove that Christ has already returned for his second and final coming. See, and then once you return, Christ has already returned. Once you understand Christ has already returned for his second and final coming, then you understand that you ain't under the Mosaic covenant, and you understand that these camps and these elders and these other people had you doing all kind of ridiculous stuff for no reason. And every feast that you went to, that you really can't go to feast outside of Jerusalem anyway, so that was already against the Mosaic covenant. And then you said the sacrifices is done away with, while in the feast days you had to do sacrifices, so that's already done away with. So the whole doctrine is actually destroyed. But anyway, let's see what's going on here. Daniel 7, and once again, I'm not belittling. This is just how I teach. This is how I talk. That's my passion. So now, Daniel 7 and verse 9. No, well, verse 7. After this, I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth, and it devoured and brake into pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all of the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. That is the Roman Empire. Go to verse 9. I beheld till the throne was cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair on his head like the pure wool, his throne like a fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. Verse 10, a fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were opened. That's the judgment day. That's the books opening, doing judgment day. So when did that happen? Verse 11. I beheld then. Look, then. I beheld then. So he see the books being opened. He's seeing judgment happen. And as the books are opening, judgment is happening. The thousand ministering before the Most High. He's also seeing, I beheld then, because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake. Hold on now. Hold on. So this horn, that's exactly the same thing as this horn in verse 8. So this horn that rooted up his head during the Roman Empire is speaking during the judgment day? I beheld the horn spake, I beheld till the beast was slain, and his body destroyed and given to the burning fire. And concerning the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away. Hold on, yet their lives were prolonged for a little season in time. Hold on. So after judgment day, out during the time judgment set and the books were open, you mean to tell me everybody wasn't judged? There was still parts of the beast of the empires that was still able to live? I guess that destroys that whole the end of the world, judgment day, all that stuff, because now we have more understanding. But what else happens? What else happens? Verse 13. I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. And there was given him dominion and glory and the kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom, that is, shall not be destroyed. So this is Revelation. We can't deny that. This is Revelation. Verse 14 is all about Revelation. So, what happens before Revelation occurs? He comes in clouds, right? He comes in clouds, and then he gets his kingdom. He comes in clouds, and he gets his kingdom. What's up, brother? And all this happens during the fourth beast, during Rome. So I guess I should be able to go to the New Testament, which is actually the time of the fourth beast, and I should be able to find this prophecy being fulfilled. Because Daniel said it's going to occur during the fourth beast. Maybe Daniel was wrong. So can I go into the New Testament, which is actually the fourth beast, and find the fulfillment of this prophecy? I sure can. Let's go to Matthew 16, 27 and 28 first. Let's go to Matthew 16, 27 and 28. Matthew 16, 27 and 28. For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, then he shall reward every man according to his works. That's judgment day. That's him rewarding every man. Verse 28. Verily I say unto you. Who is he talking to? You go to verse 20, where we at? 2. Then Peter took him. Then verse 24. Then Jesus said unto his disciples. So he's talking to his disciples. So he says, verily I say unto you. I'm not going to say you. I'm going to say disciples, because that's who he's talking to. Verily I say unto you disciples, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. That's that everlasting kingdom that we just read of in Daniel 7 that occurs or comes during the fourth beast. Christ just told them, some of them some of them standing right there in front of him will not taste death, will not die. This is not no reincarnation, because guess what? In order to be reincarnated, you must die first. So he said they will not taste death, which means they weren't able to die to be reincarnated. They will not taste death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. So now we have two problems. Either Christ lied or the Christ had already returned, and everything that you're doing to prepare for Christ to return, which is your fringes and your doing the law of Moses and waiting on the new covenant and waiting on the resurrection and this, and that, you're doing it null and void because it has already happened. Welcome to the deception. Come out of the deception. Come study with us. Enjoy the new covenant that you're into. Be thankful you don't have to worry about the wrath. You don't have to worry about Armageddon. You don't have to worry about the tribulation period. Be thankful that the Most High had you be born in the year that you was born, past all of their ridiculousness. But no, no, that might not be good enough for you. Even though he told them, some of them standing there, right there in front of him, might not be dead. You might think that it might be people still living 2,000 years from now. They might be still standing there waiting on Christ to return. I don't know how you get that. But let's go to Matthew 24. Maybe it'll do something. This is about the destruction of the temple. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple. And his disciples came to him to show him the signs of the building. And Jesus said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another, that shall not be thrown down. And he said upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these be? What? The destruction of the temple. What shall be the sign of thy coming? What coming? His second coming. And the end of the world. We know the word world is not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be the world age. Just in case. Oh no, it's the word world. Just in case we have people that want to argue. Let's look at a more recent translation that they didn't do using the Masoretic text. They did another text, and let's see what it says. Matthew 24, and I'm just going to show it right here. And of the end of the age, right there. You see that? Signs of the end of the age. So, 1611 King James Version, they got it wrong. They mistranslated it. The word is aeon if you look it up in the Greek, and aeon means age. So you can look it up in the Greek too if you don't believe me. So now, what is the sign of the end of the age, right? He gives all of these signs to look for, including the Antichrist, the false, which is the false prophets, the love of many waxing cold, the abomination of desolation, let them in a housetop not come down, the tribulation period, more false Christ, and what else he say? Immediately after the tribulation. What tribulation is he talking about? The war, the Roman war. Immediately after the tribulation, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon I get off is like blah 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 blah. Verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all of the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds. Ain't that what we read in Daniel 7? He's coming in the clouds with his kingdom. He's coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Verse 34. Verily I say unto you. Who is he talking to? Once you go back to verse, where we at? 3. The disciples came unto him privately saying. So who is he talking to? Once again, another statement he made to the disciples, saying, verily I say unto you, disciples, this generation, first century generation, under the Roman Empire, just like Daniel predicted, this generation shall not pass till all, y'all see the word all, not some, not most, not here a little, there a little. He said, all these things be fulfilled. So once you go through the Matthew, the 24th chapter, and you read verses 1 all the way through verses 34, Christ said out of his mouth, all of those things had to be fulfilled during their generation, which includes his second coming. So yes, Christ has already returned. Revelation is actually about 70 AD. What more can I go on? Esau is not the white man. What more can I go on? The law of Moses is no longer intact. We are under the new covenant. Christ is not coming back again for the third time. The resurrection has already occurred. The great white throne judgment has already occurred. It actually brought in the new covenant. It judged, the great white throne judgment was for everybody in covenants before the new covenant, because everybody in covenants before the new covenant did not have Christ. They did not have that perfect sacrifice. So everybody had to be judged off of the covenant that they was under. Some people were judged off of righteousness. Some people were judged off of more stricter rules, like the Mosaic covenant. So the Most High had to go systematically and judge everybody under the covenant that they were under. That's what's the point of the great white throne judgment. After that, we have Christ. We have the perfect atonement. We don't need another great white throne judgment, because now everybody is judged after Christ and the new covenant. Welcome to the whole Bible. The Bible has been fulfilled. You are not doing what you're supposed to be doing if you're teaching somebody otherwise. So now, let me, I think the brother is ready. I apologize if it be a lot of yelling and stuff. So let's see how this goes. Oh, brother Isaac, you first. Sorry, y'all. This is brother. Hold on, brother Isaac. I'm trying to let you in. I didn't know that you was trying to get in. Brother Isaac, send me another one. I'll add you in. It's saying I have no answer from you. Can you send another request? This is the brother I was trying to debate him a long time ago. Come on, brother Isaac. Oh, brother Jacob. He said, "You really?" Oh, he calling me a heathen. Come on, brother Jacob. I invite you in too. Come on, anybody, brother Isaac. You want to go first, and then when you get done, I can go with brother Jacob. Hopefully we all have a Bible, and we're not just gonna be saying a bunch of words and going all off of emotional stuff. Hopefully we're gonna do this with a Bible and no insults. So hey, I'm waiting on you, brother. It says no answer, and it's not letting me put you in. Put you in real quick. Yeah, it's not letting me put you in, but real quick, that sounds like to me that you want to just make a statement and leave, and not hear a rebuttal. I think we need something not a little quick. We need something that we're gonna be able to make some statements. Don't try to bait me up now. You say something real fast and leave. But yeah, you can send another invite. I'm down. And when he done, then brother Jacob, uh I can go ahead and go to you next. It's still trying to add you. There we go.
You got me, Ak?
Yeah, I got you, brother Isaac. How you doing?
Shalom. Call me Yahshua. I'll be right back. Let me get my Bible.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
I am back.
All right, so you gonna show me something good, huh?
Hold on, brother.
All right.
I was looking for the KJV since everybody want to use this.
Hey, you could have came any way you wanted to.
Con. So I'm gonna go on real quick because I actually got to go real quick too. But I want, you know, really, I kind of wanted to debunk the whole prophecies being fulfilled type of thing.
Okay.
I know you heavy on that, on all prophecy being fulfilled. But you know, I guess real quick, if anything, I'm gonna go to one scripture real quick, and then I'm gonna ask you something else really quick.
All right, then I get to ask you a question, right?
Yeah, go ahead. All right, so wait
No,
a
no,
minute.
I want to you done.
Okay. All right, real quick though, because this is an end time prophecy. This is Ezekiel. We know Ezekiel is in the Babylonian captivity, and we know he's speaking about end time prophecy right here. It reads right here in Ezekiel 45 and 22. I'm just going to skip down to this because this is all talking about prophecy right now. It
All right.
says, "And upon that day shall the prince prepare for himself and for all the people of the land a bullock for a sin offering." So this is the end time prophecy, and we know the prince is going to be King David. So with that being said, when was that fulfilled in Christ? Did a savior or somebody come and gather Israel after all of that? You know, after the beginning chapters of Ezekiel, and that prince he prepared a sacrifice, which was like a bullock for a sin offering. Did that happen?
Oh well, my response to that would be, well, first of all, Ezekiel is actually having a vision. And if we study visions, we know that all visions come with
So
upon the hold on, go
my
ahead,
bad, my
go
bad,
ahead.
my bad. Real quick, I'm gonna let you speak. I was gonna say something real quick before you go on. So, with that being said, though, is this because I'm talking about prophecy, whether it's
Right, right,
a
right,
dream
right.
or a vision. So, dreams or vision, regardless what it was, it's a prophecy. So, do you agree with that?
Oh yeah, 100%. But you didn't let me
Okay,
finish
all right, all right.
saying what I was saying.
Go ahead. You can break it down.
Uh, well, yeah, Ezekiel, just the way the Most High dealt with all of his prophets was he let them see something that they was used to. Ezekiel being a priest, he was seeing things for being fulfilled in the end time, dealing with the priesthood. But
Mm-hmm.
once you go into Isaiah, it starts showing that the Most High did not want any more animal sacrifices. Therefore, what Ezekiel was actually seeing was Christ coming about, getting inside of his temple, being that one time priest after the order of Melchizedek. You would just Ezekiel was seeing the priesthood being performed through his eyes because at that time they only knew animal sacrifices. But
Okay,
once
brother.
you
Hold
go
on,
with
wait
the
a minute.
rest of
You're
the
breaking up a
prophets,
little bit. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Slow down.
okay, go
All
ahead.
right, first you break up a little bit, and then you said, but I did catch you said in Isaiah, the Most High didn't want to accept no more sacrifices.
No more animal
And
sacrifices. Right.
can you pull that scripture that's saying? So pretty much you're saying he's not going to be accepting any more sacrifices forever.
No, 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 no. I
Concerning
didn't say
what you
sacrifice.
talking.
I said animal sacrifices. It's a
I'm
difference.
sorry. What was that? Hold on, wait. Say that again.
Animal sacrifices.
Damn, brother, I can't hear you. You sound like a robot. What is that saying?
Animal sacrifices.
So he's not going to accept any animal sacrifices. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I said he's not going to accept any more animal sacrifices.
Brother, I can't hear you, man. I can't hear you. Hold on for a second, man.
Animal sacrifice.
Okay, so he's not going to accept any more animal sacrifices. That's what you're saying, right?
Animal sacrifices. Right, right, right.
Okay, and that
Oh,
no longer.
hold on.
Okay,
Let me
so
find
you're
it.
saying in Isaiah he stated that he's not going to accept any more animal sacrifices, but he's going to accept a human sacrifice
A human sacrifice.
because in Ezekiel 44 it talks about setting up the whole priesthood again and bringing the Levites back in.
Right,
So the Levites are going to be there for a
right.
reason. So are you saying what are the Levites? What are going to be the Levites' job when they get back into the land if they're not going to be doing any sacrifices?
Well, the Levites itself was going to be the new priesthood. And I didn't say we don't do sacrifices. I said we don't do animal sacrifices.
Brother, I can't hear you, brother. Hold on, man. Let me
Hold
get
on.
back in,
Yeah, hold
man.
on. Yeah.
It sounds like a robot now. Let me get back in. Let me close out and come back in.
All right, all right.
All right.
Hold on. All right, all right. Hopefully you're back. Hello. Oh, hold on. Hey, I'm back. I'm just waiting on you. I get it now. This is a brother. He don't believe in Christ. So let's break this down real fast. Hey, I'm waiting on you, man. I don't know if you can come back. Hello. Come on. Can you come back in? I tell you what, then. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna end it and go back live, and you can bring yourself in.